morning! Top of the morning to you. Theory test day. I'm actually early for once in my life. I'm booked in at the test centre in Bolton for 8 o'clock to do my hazard perception. 9:15 for my theory test. I don't think it's going to take me an hour and 15 minutes to do my hazard perception, but there you go. I've done my revision. I've done as much as I can be bothered to do, which doesn't sound the best, but yeah, that's where I'm up to with that. I stayed up till stupid o'clock last night doing more revision, doing the mock test and doing another hazard perception test. I passed them both easily. I don't think the theory test is going to be difficult at all. I don't think that there's not going to be 15 questions that I don't know. I don't think anyway. If I fail it now, I'm going to look like a right idiot. I've popped my second brain, so that swelling's gone down, so I'm losing a bit of IQ. There's a guy walking towards me, absolutely confused to death what I'm doing, talking to a chinchilla. He was staring at me from about 100 yards away. This is what you've got to do these days. Anyway, passed the theory test, passed the hazard perception test, mock test that I did, but I got 70. The pass mark's 67 out of 100, I got 70. The first one I did, I got 67, so I passed that by the skin of my teeth. I don't know why I'm doing so bad on it. I mean, I know I've got older and my ability to perceive hazards has probably slowed down quite a bit. Plus my attention spans neither use nor ornament. That means not very good. You don't know what that phrase means. But I'm not blitzing the hazard perception test. I think I got something like, I think I got 90 or 92 or something when I did it when I were a kid. But I'm not doing very well with it recently. Don't know why. If you come to the test centre in Bolton, the one near the Bolton Lads and Girls Clubs, there's no on-site parking. It's going to be quite a walk down there. It's about 1/4 of a mile up the road, I think, to the test centre from where I'm actually parked at the moment. So that's something to bear in mind if you're from around Bolton. I mean, the world's a massive place, so there's a very slim chance that you're going to be from Bolton, but if you are, just so you know, there isn't much on-site parking. So I've got to be there in 3 minutes. I'm going to leave the camera in the car because you're not allowed to take any electricals in with you anyway, so it's pointless me taking it there. So what will be about 2.5 hours for me will probably be a couple of seconds. Well, it'll probably be about a second for you, and we'll find out whether I've passed or failed. Wish me luck very quickly. Now, just wish me luck. Say good luck, lad. Oh, thanks ever so much. Well, I passed. I did it. That was difficult. I'm not going to lie. That was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Firstly, the hazard perception test was all computer generated images. Very, very, very unrealistic. The very first clip I got was, I was going down a 3-lane motorway. The left-hand lane was leading off to another motorway. I was in the middle lane, and the right-hand lane, there was a car at the side of me. Well, there was a car on both sides. All three of us were doing probably 70 mile an hour. We was going down the motorway, and then there was a red cross over the right-hand lane. So straight away, I clicked, because I knew that the car on the right was going to accelerate and cut in. I knew that that was what's going to happen, so I clicked. Then the car started to accelerate on the right-hand side, so I clicked again. And then I clicked again, and then he indicated left, so I clicked again, and then he pulled in, and I clicked, and then it come up and said something about, you have scored 0 points on this because of clicking in a pattern, or so. I can't remember exactly what it said, but you know, that seemed to be the thing that happened on this hazard perception test. All the hazards seemed to happen over ages. They didn't just happen like they do in real life, like you see on the normal video hazard perception tests, where a car will pull out or whatever. The hazards seem to take forever to generate, and straight away from clip 1, which I got 0 points for, I was then nervous to click. There was one clip where there was a guy on a bike, a push bike. My head's gone blank. I'm tired. There was a guy on a push bike, and he had an Ivys jacket on, and he was driving on the pavement. So as soon as I saw the cyclist, you know, from what I've done recently, I've learned to click. So I clicked again, and then he held his arm out as if to indicate he was going right. So I clicked again, and then again, and he's still on the curb. The car's catching him up slowly, and this goes on for over 5, 6, 7 seconds or so. And then, just as I got level, he pulled out, just right across. So obviously I clicked a couple more times, but, you know, when do they expect you to actually click? You know, the scoring system must be completely different to that of the real life scenarios of hazard perception. It must be. But anyway, I passed it. Does it actually say? Yeah, I passed it. I got 86 out of 67, which is my highest score that I've actually ever got. The benefit of computer generated images is that it's a lot clearer. You know, I think they're like 19-inch monitors in the full screen, so that's a good thing. That's a benefit of it. They're just really, really super unrealistic. So it's pretty much pointless learning on normal day-to-day scenarios like you do on the actual hazard perception test revision. Wow, this is going difficult. Oh, my head's just gone. The theory test was very difficult. A lot of the questions that I got asked weren't in the DVSA theory book that I was given. They was worded very differently. The answers were very similar. So one, I got asked about what time are you not allowed to use your reversing bleeper, and it was 10:30 till 6:30, 10:30 till 7, 11 till 6:30, and 11 till 7. Whereas on the practice tests, the hours are like 7 o'clock in the morning till 2 o'clock at night, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 o'clock in the afternoon till 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock until 6 o'clock, etc. You know, they were quite a distance apart, whereas on this theory test, they were actually quite close together to make you think. I got 89 out of 100 on that, which is not very good. But the 2 passes, I can now book my assessment and hopefully progress forward. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. Get my assessment booked. That's done. I am going for some breakfast now. I'll probably film a little bit of that breakfast. Why not? You know, we all like a good breakfast, don't we? Breakfast can't beat a good English breakfast, can you? So I've just phoned Red Rose Training, and they're going to get back to me within the next couple of days about my assessment. So that's the end of this video today. I've passed my theory test, I've passed my as a perception test. My phone's going absolutely mad. What's going on? Onwards and upwards from here. Thanks for following me, thanks for sharing this journey with me, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.